The journey of a river from its source to its mouth is a fascinating process that shapes the landscape through which it flows. As a river travels downhill, its shape and gradient undergo significant changes, influenced by the interplay of erosion, transportation, and deposition. At the river's source, typically found in highland areas, the gradient is steep. Here, the river flows swiftly, cutting a narrow, deep valley known as a V-shaped valley. This steep gradient results in vertical erosion, where the river cuts downwards into the bedrock, creating a pronounced V-shape. The process is driven by the river's high energy, which erodes the riverbed more than the banks. As the river continues its course, the gradient begins to decrease, and the river's energy is dispersed over a wider area. This transition marks the middle course of the river. Here, the river's profile broadens, and the V-shaped valleys give way to wider, flatter valleys. The river starts to meander, and lateral erosion becomes more prominent. This side-to-side erosion gradually widens the river valley, creating a broader, more U-shaped cross-profile. The meanders in the middle course result from the river's effort to find the most efficient path downhill, constantly eroding the outer banks and depositing sediment on the inner banks. In the lower course, where the river approaches its mouth, the gradient flattens further. The river's velocity decreases significantly, leading to increased deposition of sediment. The river valley in this stage is wide and flat, forming floodplains that are prone to flooding. The river's cross-profile is characterized by a wide, shallow channel, as the energy available for erosion is much lower. Lateral erosion continues to dominate, but with the river's reduced energy, deposition becomes more significant, leading to the formation of features such as oxbow lakes, levees, and deltas. The river's long profile, which is a cross-sectional view from its source to its mouth, reflects these changes in gradient and shape. It shows a concave curve, steep at the source and gently sloping towards the mouth. The upper course is marked by steep gradients and narrow valleys, the middle course by moderate gradients and wider valleys, and the lower course by gentle gradients and broad, flat valleys. Vertical and lateral erosion are key processes that change the river's cross-profile over its course. In the upper course, vertical erosion dominates due to the river's high energy and steep gradient. This process deepens the river valley, creating the characteristic V-shaped profile. As the river progresses to the middle and lower courses, lateral erosion becomes more significant. The river's energy is used to erode the banks, widening the valley and creating broader, flatter cross-profiles. Throughout its journey, the river transports sediment from the upper to the lower courses. This sediment is constantly eroded, transported, and deposited, contributing to the changing shape of the river valley. The interplay between vertical and lateral erosion, along with the processes of transportation and deposition, creates the dynamic and ever-changing landscapes associated with river valleys. In summary, the shape and gradient of a river evolve as it flows downhill, influenced by the processes of vertical and lateral erosion. The river's long profile shows a gradual decrease in gradient from source to mouth, while the cross-profile transitions from narrow and steep in the upper course to wide and flat in the lower course. Understanding these changes is crucial for appreciating the complex and dynamic nature of river valleys and the landscapes they create.